Oh, one of your questions was talk a little bit about what it's like to be a cowboy. Man, I don't know where to start with that other than it's definitely a different lifestyle than most people are used to. Not many days off. We work 7 days a week, and rain or shine, we're out there. My job really is just feeding cattle and riding horses through cattle, doctoring sick cattle, pretty much just looking out for the well-being of all the cattle, hauling mineral, stuff like that. I don't know any other job I would rather do. I've never really had a job other than this. So, yeah, but as far as being a cowboy goes, it's funny because you go to like these local places that all these so-called cowboys go to, like Club Rodeo and the local rodeos around, and you see all these guys wearing cowboy hats and boots and jeans. But 9 out of 10 times, the guys that actually do it for a living and know what they're talking about and are good at it show up to those kinds of events wearing a ball cap and a t-shirt and sneakers, and they get overlooked. And that's kind of unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. So, yeah, anyways, I don't really know how else to describe my job other than I love it. We work hard, long hours, and yeah, our job is based around the well-being of the animals. So hopefully that answers your question about that, and if not, then you just let me know and I'll try to ramble on a little more about it. But going on into the horse part of it, you asked me to talk a little bit about my horses, so I am very interested and try to buy horses and sell them. So it's like flipping a house. You buy one cheap that has some problems, and you fix it up and you sell it as a finished horse. I'll give an example. I bought a 3-year-old gelding that was raised by a guy locally 2 years ago, and I gave $3,000 for him, and I rode him, and I was pretty darn proud of him. I spent a lot of time training him, getting him to watch a cow, getting him to turn around correctly and stop, getting him gentle for anybody to ride. And I ended up this spring, probably 2 months ago, I sold him to a young boy up by Harrington, Kansas, whose dad owns a big feed yard, and made some money. So that's kind of what I do. The problem with that is when you've got a horse around that's carried you for many miles and you've done everything with, it's kind of hard to let him go and start over. But I bought, here about a month ago, I bought 3 more. So I've got a big black horse that's pretty green, which means he doesn't know much. And then I've got a little stall horse that's kind of wild that I've been riding a little bit. And then I got an outside horse that I'm riding for a guy that's going to be pretty nice. I actually just got off of him 10 minutes ago. So as far as the horse deal goes, I would say for me, I'm not really proud of the truck I drive. I'm not really proud of the trailer I pull. I'm not really proud of the shoes I wear or the clothing I wear, but I'm damn sure proud of the horse that I ride. And I think that says a lot about a guy when he's got a horse that rides nicely, that he doesn't have to yank on or spur around, that just carries himself calmly. So I don't know, the horse part to me is very important. I find 90% of my job enjoyment comes from the horse part of it. And yeah, it's my dream for sure. My favorite part of my job is all of it. I really enjoy being around the people I'm around. The cowboy community is a tight-knit community. Everybody knows everybody. The people that do what I do for a living are my friends. And so if I were to pick the number one thing or the number one part of my job that's my favorite, it's definitely the connections that I've made with other hardworking people that are enjoying the same lifestyle that I am. Whether it be the horse lifestyle, the cattle, the ranching, the farming, no matter what type of agriculture it is, I've made a lot of connections with people that I admire for their hard work and their dedication to family and pride. That's probably my favorite part. I love it all. The horses are my favorite part of it. The cattle are my favorite part of it. The hard work is my favorite part of it. There's just something about going in the house at the end of the day, knowing that knowing that you sweated and that your hands are cut up and you put a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears into the job that you do.
Flex your muscles. Ozarka. Flex your muscles when you drink it. Ozarka, the drink that cowboys drink. Maybe get a little down my shirt. That's perfect. Let's edit that.
Not gonna lie, it felt really good to be back on horseback. It felt really good to just kind of get loose today. Felt pretty good to just kind of get a little opportunity to get loose today. Almost get bucked off a few times. Crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. Jerking around.
That was crazy, dude. You're insane. You're an animal.
Animal.
Was that 8 seconds?
Those roping steers up on top of the hill.
And you lost one of Ryan's
I'll go
spurs.
home now.
Yeah. Remember when we went up there, you lost a rope and one of Ryan's $400 spurs?
Ooh.
And out of nowhere, you just hear, and this cow just hits Grayson right in the small of the back and knocks him down, steps on his wrist. Oh, it was the funniest thing. And for like 2 weeks, he was like, oh, my wrist. Oh, my wrist. I got stepped on by a cow. And he just said that like every day for 2 weeks.
Dude, it was so bad. It hurt. And I've been terrified since.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's all about the finger action. We do finger exercises here to just keep ourselves exercised up for occasions such as this. I'm not even having to work. This thing refills like a balloon.
I don't think balloons refill.
Oh, shoot! I was aiming for Grayson. My bad.
No, you're good. Straight on the lens.
I'm so sorry. Listen to how efficient I sound.
Running a bunch of cattle through the chute, giving them shots and branding them, and implant what exactly that is. So basically, before we have cattle in the feed yard all winter long, that we get healthy. So we get them in a time where they're very vulnerable to disease, which is right when they're pulled off of their mom. They get sent to us at the beginning of the winter. We feed them all winter, doctor them, and get them healthy. And then during the summer, we keep them out on the grass because it's a cheap alternative for feed. Since we live in the Flint Hills and we have all this grass around. So basically, when you came over here and we were running cattle through the chute, we're giving them a tag which identifies them. So say my boss goes out and looks at the cattle and there's a sick one and his number is 105, for instance.
Let's go.
He calls me, who I have a horse, and he says, hey, there's a sick one over here at the Ramsey. His number is 105. When you get a chance, come over here and doctor him. That gives me an easy way of identifying the sick critter that he was talking about. So that's all the tag is. Then we also give them an implant, which has been, I think, pretty controversial as far as people that are into organic and non-GMOs and all the crap that gets spewed around. It's just funny to me that the people who gripe and complain about that stuff are the first people to go buy a burger at McDonald's that was made the way that they're slandering. But anyways, so the implant costs about, I think, $2.50 per cattle, and it boosts their weight gain by 25 pounds. So if you think about it, you're paying $2.50 for an implant that's going to boost their weight gain 25 pounds, which say they sell for $1.50 a pound times 25 pounds. I'm terrible at math, but that comes out to I don't even know. I'm not even going to try to do that. But anyway, so it's a cheap alternative, or not alternative, it's a cheap way to boost their weight gain and make money. So that's what the implant is. It's a little pellet that goes in the back of their ear. And then we give them 2 shots of blackleg shot, which is a disease. It's vaccine, so it keeps them from getting blackleg. And then we give them like a modified live virus shot, which is just basically pneumonia respiratory. It treats them for that and keeps that out of their system. The brand is just like the tag, except for, like, say, we have a fence get broke and we have cattle on the neighbor. That brand is going to identify our cattle from the neighbors if we, for some reason, have the same tags or something like that. So the brand is just identification. We cut all the bulls because we're not raising bulls to breed, so they gain as steers. They don't look near as bull-like. So before grass, we're going to cut all the bulls' testicles off, so they're steers, which is basically just a male calf with no balls. Let me think. We worm them, which is just like worming a dog or a horse. It keeps all the worms out of their system so that the worms aren't eaten and on the inside of them and taking nutritional value from the cattle. That's it. So we give them a tag, we give them a brand, we give them a wormer, 2 shots, and an implant, and then they're ready to go to grass. And then we'll gather them back up in August and either send them to a feed yard to finish them as fat cattle to go to places like McDonald's and Wendy's, or we will sell them as cattle ready to go into a feed yard to get fat to be killed.
I would say someone 5,000. That's very wide. I mean, because I just don't really know. I mean, 360. I rode him probably 250 days out of the year.
I probably rode him.
Yeah, I'd say.
I probably rode him. I'd say 100 to 365 days a year.
I'd say in the thousands. This horse has carried me thousands, probably.
Christian, you may put your other rope back on here?